Hey, welcome back to part 4, guys. So we're at Mornwood Falls. From here, we're going to fly west over to the hilltop where the wind turbines are. And you're going to come over to the red ones and you want to grab a battery and take it over to the blue ones. Taking this battery can be a bit tricky because it might go bouncing off downhill. So what you want to do is get on top of the battery, headbutt it to free it and then lick it. Because standing on top of it before you headbutt it normally keeps it in place. But if you headbutt it from the side, it'll go bouncing downhill and it's a pain in the ass chasing after it. And even finding where it landed. So yeah, do yourself a favour, stand on the battery, then headbutt it, now lick it, and then take it over to the turbines. Once done the 2 blue turbines, it should complete this event and lift the house into the sky. It will open the door as well. We're going to go inside and grab a item. We're going to need this piece of equipment for a challenge later, or a instinct. These next few videos are going to be a bit longer, by the way, than the previous ones. Yeah, they're all going to come at about between 35 and 40 minutes long. But there's definitely only 6 videos, so I have finished recording this. So make sure you complete the event and then go inside the house and grab the tickler weapon. Once done that, you want to come down here to this mast. On the top will be a trinket. Grab that trinket, then what you want to do is before you jump off, I did not mean to do that. Before you jump off, you want to equip the paraglider back piece and you want to glide for 30 seconds as you make your way down. You see that cage below us, that enclosure, you can see like a square roof just on the ledge below, or 2 ledges below. We want to go down to that cage because there's a rhino inside it, which we want. Glide for 30 seconds on your way down to it and that will complete a instinct. Just keep gliding until you see an instinct in the top right hand corner be completed. Then that's the paraglider one completed. That's it, I just got the instinct complete in the top right hand corner. So we're going to come down to this cage now, which I mentioned, this little enclosure. You're going to grab Rosie the rhino. Yep, just lick her and take her around with you. Make sure you lick her on the side of her body or somewhere, not on the back. And down here is a trinket. Yes, behind these 2 rest area signs. Just on the road to the southwest kind of. Then from that trinket you want to come west a little bit more. And grab this trinket below that little log cabin. Once you've got that trinket you want to come over here. Into this animal quarantine area, let go of Rosie outside, come inside and grab the trinket from underneath the walkway. Come back outside, grab Rosie again, lick her and take her over to her enclosure, the zoo enclosure just over here. Take her inside and that'll complete that event, missing Rosie. Once complete that event, you now want to equip the arc back piece. Equip the arc back piece and now just keep spamming animals and to complete another instinct. This is for populating the zoo with more animals, so just keep doing that. But while you're doing it, come over here and grab the other trinket in the corner of Rosie's enclosure. So grab that trinket there and keep spamming the animals. And I think I'll just complete that trinket. There it is. Once completed it, you can go back to your normal wings. So unequip the arc and go back to wings. And you want to come up here to the dolphin show building. In the dolphin show building, there'll be a trinket at the back left corner inside a chest. Grab the trinket, come back outside. Then you're going to fly up and land on the top of this tower. Land on the very top of the water tower and you'll complete another instinct. Once done that, come down to the main entrance. Come to the top of the main entrance, you'll find a trinket on the upper ledge. Once done that, you want to grab Free Billy in that cage. Then going to bring him over to the water and release him. Release him in the water and that complete that event. There's also some else I need to do. I almost forgot it, but I did remember just after we dropped off Billy. I normally do it before, but yeah, we're doing it after. We need to jump through a ring and also go inside the gift shop and then leave the gift shop because that also completes 2 instincts. So drop off Billy in the water. Come to the gift shop next. That's it, give shop in the zoo and then leave it. And I've actually done the ring already, I think. So at the start of the zoo, there's 2 golden rhinos outside and they're holding a ring. You need to jump through that ring, complete an instinct. I think we did it on our first approach to the zoo when I had Rosie in tow. And I didn't mention what I was doing, so I was talking about something else. It wasn't important, I just didn't mention the ring. So yeah, make sure you've gone through that ring just outside the zoo that the 2 rhinos are holding. And what I'm just doing right now is in that little skip, there's normally a tractor there, but it's not spawning. It should have spawned by now. I'm not sure if it's some sort of bug, but yeah, there's normally a rhino tractor inside that very specific container. This one just here. There should be a rhino tractor in here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave it for the time being. I'm going to have to come back to it. But what you need to do with that rhino tractor, by the way, is you have to drive over to Rosie's, and you have to drive into her with the rhino tractor. Yeah, you have to drive into it. And what I'm doing right now is I'm coming down to this construction zone behind the zoo. So go past the zoo and over to the construction yard. Like I say, I'll come back to the rhino tractor in a moment, guys, when hopefully it's going to spawn, which it does already, like I say, because I've already recorded this. So come to this bus stop on the north side of the construction area. The bus stop, there'll be a trinket in there. Then drop down this hatch, come to the grate, and there'll be another trinket. Exit the hatch, come over to this building framework nearby, and there's a trinket on top of that girder there. Yes, grab that trinket on the top. Get in a vehicle next, should be a few parked nearby, and there's going to be 2 ramps. The first ramp is inside this concrete pipe. Go up there. And then ramp number 2 is near the offices at the opposite ends, just to the left of them. Come up here and do ramp number 2. That's both the ramps in the construction area. Next up, we want to go between the office buildings, the portable offices, and grab the trinket between them. Once you've got that trinket, there'll be 2 building frameworks in front of you. Go to one on the right, and there'll be a trinket on the top of that frame. So grab that trinket top of the frame, and then the last trinket in this area is beneath the walkway. Go through that tunnel and grab the trinket beneath the walkway. What we're going to do next is we want to grab 3 workers and drop them into the cement mixer on the top here. So you've got to do 3 workers. So just lick them and drop them in. You can use steamer phase, but it kind of glitches them up and sometimes they don't count. So it's quicker and just more consistent to grab them yourself with your long tongue. Drag them up there, guys, but try to make sure they go in it before you do. And just be on the defensive a little bit, because some of these, I was going to say enemies then, but they are kind of friendly until you make them your enemy. They will try to kick you, so just watch out for feet, I guess. So that's 2, I think. Got to do 1 more. And all we need to do then is go to the top of the crane. These are for instincts, by the way. Putting these workers in the cement mixer and going to the top of the crane. There we go, did that one. So now go to the very top of the crane. And hopefully Rosie the tractor is going to show up. Or the rhino tractor, sorry. So top of the crane, complete another instinct. And then what we're going to do then is we're going to warp down, we're going to warp to Libertarian Island next. Yeah, warp to Libertarian Island to the far northwest. Once you land here, come left around the mountain behind you. We're going to find Jesus. You come to this kind of like, it's hard to see, but there's actually a doorway here. You want to do a bear in front of the rock to make it move. Not a cuckoo, you want to do bear to make it move. That's it, the rock will move out of the way. You want to come down, you want to approach Jesus and just stand near him. And there'll be a brief scene and you'll get that new costume, Capra Erectus, and you'll also get that trophy, San Angora Become Human or something. Once done that, you're going to walk back to the Goat Tower, just because it's a little bit quicker, saves a few seconds. And you want to go to this bridge to the east. Beneath the bridge, just beneath the first supports, the first main supports of the bridge, go beneath it, and on the support beneath the bridge, there'll be a trinket, just near where the homeless people, or sorry, fishermen, I'm not sure if they're homeless or not. But yeah, grab that trinket under there, you can bounce on the dinghy if you want to. Once you've got that trinket, go to the top of the bridge, go west along the road. And eventually you'll reach a car park on your left. In the car park is a waterfall. Go behind the waterfall and you'll find another trinket. Once got a trinket, continue on around the right side of the mountain and there'll be another trinket just on the side up here. There she is. Grab that trinket there on that plank of wood. Continue up to the courtyard above, or sorry, like little pathway around the statue. Beneath his tent is the fashionista back piece. You want that for later, so grab the fashionista back piece and land on top of the founding father. There'll be a trinket on his head and you'll also complete a instinct. Once done them, yes, so you got a fashionista, you got a trinket on the top, and you've also completed the instinct. Come down to fishing rod, keep headbutting the reel to reel in the lighthouse. Once you reeled it in, you then want to glide down the fishing wire all the way down. I kind of fell off. I always seem to fall off. I think I've not fell off once, but most of the times I always kind of fall off before I reach it. Sometimes you always bug out. If you try to walk very carefully to the end of the wire, you'll just kind of like go ragdoll and fall down. So you want to kind of fly up, land on top of the wire, grind it all the way down, and that's normally enough speed to get into warp speed when grinding, guys, and complete a instinct. Grind all the way down from top, you'll complete an instinct. Come to the top of the lighthouse, headbutt the light bulb to complete day and night cycle, and then grab that trinket just near the plank coming out from the light bulb. Once you've got a trinket and you've done the light bulb, warp to downtown. Sorry, just try and get my breath back there. So from downtown, you're going to go south to this event, X marks spot or something like that. X on the beach, sorry. So you want to come down to X on the beach event, and you want to land on the X. Now when you land on it, an octopus will keep trying to slap you. Just wait here. Don't worry, you can't take any damage. Goats are invincible if you didn't know already. Impervious to any form of attacks. Yep, and once they completely knock all the sand out of the way, you complete that event. Once completed it, now I'm going to go and check again to see if Rhino Tractor is in the container for me. She's finally there. Yeah, this is why I also quit the title screen earlier, just in case it had glitched out and resetting would have made it spawn. But yes, this is the Rhino Tractor I wanted. So with the Rhino Tractor, I'm going to come up here and use it to go over this ramp. Or do I use a different vehicle? Oh yeah, I do use this one. So if you've already done a Rhino Tractor, you can just use another vehicle, get another vehicle from nearby. But yes, this is a ramp. It's on the highway to the east of the X on the beach event, and it's a point where it's like a section and it's like a Y shape. There's a ramp between the two forks. Do that ramp, of course, as you saw, I did it on the Rhino Tractor. Then you want to drag the Rhino Tractor all the way to Rosie in her enclosure. Drag it all the way to that, and you want to get on the tractor and drive into Rosie, and that will complete a event. Sorry, not an event, a instinct. There you go, rammer from the behind. There you go, she might enjoy it. And then leave the Rhino Tractor there. You might have babies later. And now we're going to fly back to the north. And just near where we did that previous ramp, going to come to this house just to the north and to the left of it. Get the trinket from beneath it. That like little red building. Continue north a bit more. So we're kind of going towards downtown at this point. Over here will be a golden donut. Headbutt it to knock it off and then lick it to get that trophy. French Fika. So headbutt it and then lick it, guys, get that trophy. And this is where I am. Right, so once done it, you can let go. Come onto this building nearby. Go into the building next to it, and there'll be a trinket in the air above the two fans. Grab that trinket, then come back onto that first building, and on the second floor there'll be a trinket. There it is. Once you got a trinket, carry north a bit more to this like stage area. Character creation. Now you want to equip the demon phase headpiece, disable the rocket boots, and then just gather up loads of junk, guys, and place it around the character on the stage. Complete it and complete that event. Yeah, just grab loads of junk, guys. There we go. Once on that one, you're going to want to grab the shields from the middle display. You want this for a instinct later, so grab the shields. Once you got it, you want to disable it because it will send you flying around the map if you throw it when you're in ragdoll, and it's hard to control. So you got a shield. Next up, we want to go to this green container beyond the stage because inside is a trinket. Just hammer, or sorry, headbutt the door. Once done that, fly up into the air and land on one of these balloons. This balloon over here, the northwest balloon, has a trinket on the top. Grab the trinket and then come east a bit more towards the goat castle, and there'll be a sword stuck in a stone. We're going to knock the enemy out of the way, or sorry, the friendly NPC, and we're going to lick the sword. Then I'm going to dash away and I'm going to pull a sword out. Your name is now Arthur. Once complete that event, come over here to this billboard. There's also a trinket on here. I do normally get this afterwards. It's because the fly just went past us. I know I've got about 20 seconds to wait. So grab that trinket on the side of the building, on top of the walkway, then land on this walkway at the top of the billboard. Now see this red fly squatter? You're going to wait until you see the green fly come around the corner. You see that corner of the building I'm looking at? Watch for a green fly. There he is. And when you see him show up, headbutt the fly swatter. It'll make it go downwards. Then he'll fly into it, guys, and you'll complete that event. So like I say, wait until he comes around the corner, then headbutt it. It will go down, then he'll fly into it, and you'll complete that event. Come on to this building next, and get that trinket above the trampoline. Very good place for a trampoline. And then once you've got that trinket, you want to drop down on the east side of the building. There'll be a polka dot mat below you. Down here, you want to keep jumping on the button to invade the balloon. We are going to do some very annoying instincts in this video, by the way. Probably the worst instincts in the game, if I'm honest. And then once you pumped up the balloon, guys, you complete that event. Go big. And you now want to land in the trolley of the balloon. This is for another instinct. And normally, if you quit, you can get straight in there after inflating the balloon before it kind of lifts out of the way. But it's too slow and not accurate for my jumping. And now I'm having a bit of trouble getting in the trolley. But the annoying instinct I'm talking about is not this one. You have to get a fireman to put out a burning police officer. And it's very annoying to do. Mainly because sometimes it doesn't count properly. You'll get a burning officer and it won't be counting. And that happens, not really much you can do about it. You just need to keep trying, guys. Or quit title screen if you want to kind of reset everything to do it again. So you have to be inside the trolley. There you go. You complete that event. Take the scenic route. Once done so, come to the Lux shop near where we blew up the balloon. It's going to unlock that helium havoc back piece. We're going to need it for later. We're going to come in the change room. You'll get a suit up. We're going to need that for later. That fur suit up. So go in the change room yourself, get a new outfit, and then grab any NPC, guys, and put them in the change room as well to complete another event. Once put the NPC in the change room himself or herself. We do need to get handcuffed by a policeman 3 times, by the way, but I normally do that a bit later. Yeah, you're going to come south next to the petrol station. Grab a trinket on the roof above. Once you've got a trinket, come over here and go inside the double billboard. You can go between them. Yeah, there's dual billboards over here. I'm having a bit of trouble again. Yeah, so you see what I mean? If you really optimize this, like really practice it, I think you could do this really quick. I think the worst thing would be the fireman trophy and extinguishing a police officer when they burn. Like I say, it's a bit glitchy. Maybe you'd have to experiment a bit more, get a cleaner strategy. But once you've got that trinket between the billboards, dash up a bit more, guys, onto that glass tower and get the trinket above the golden award on the glass tower. Come over here next and get a trinket below that net. Yeah, trinket below that net. And then you want to come over here to the skyscraper and get his trinket above the fan on the top. Once you've got a trinket near the top above the fan, you're going to land on the top of the skyscraper to complete a instinct. So yes, sorry, just go back again, guys. From the billboards, I got one between the billboards. I got a trinket halfway up the glass building There's a trinket on a ledge above the golden awards. There's a trinket below a net on another building. There's a trinket on the top of the skyscraper, and we also wanted to land on the top of the skyscraper to complete our instinct. Next up, drop down the side of the skyscraper, get that trinket just there on the end of the beam. Same building, trinket on the side of the beam, drop down to the bottom and get that trinket I just collected above the blue sheet. Yeah, near the bottom. Once got a trinket near the blue sheet at the bottom, you want to come to the museum. I didn't mean to come in that fast, but it's a trinket just there, guys, in the museum. I normally get that next. If you trigger the alarm, then you will not be able to get this jewel and complete the event. So what you want to do is come in the museum when it's red, the lasers. It'll go red after a short time if you do trigger it. And you can clip through a wall again, perform the fating emote, and then go into ragdoll with L1 when you've clipped through it. And this is how I normally get the trinket. So I normally leave the diamond first, then I'll come inside, I clip through a wall again, get the trinket, then clip back through, and then get the diamond. Because when you get a diamond, it puts you into a cell. And once in the cell, clip through the front gate. Again, perform the fainting emote, and then go ragdoll when you get through it. Go left, grab the trinket near the back door of the police station. Come forward, leave the police station, go right, and come over here and grab this NPC dressed in red, Goldilocks. 3 specific NPCs you have to pick for this. So grab Goldilocks, put her in a cell, guys, and let go of her. Come back outside, come to front of the police station, guys, look at police station and taunt them with a butt shake emote. They'll actually complete a instinct. Butt shake emote, perform it outside the police station, guys. Yeah, complete that instinct. Next up, come along here, back past where the polka dot map was. You'll get that red NPC, Tinkerbell. Once you've got that whistleblower, take him back to the police station, put him in another cell. Yeah, just lick him and drag him all the way, guys. And don't worry about them grazing themselves or anything like that. So that's the second one. Just got the third and last one to do. And the third one is on the far building. So you're going to come over here. This is building to the north of where the polka dot map was. And it'll be on the back of the building near the water tower, halfway up. And this is the big bad wolf, apparently. So once got the big bad wolf, I'm going to take him to Goldilocks and put him in the cell near Tinkerbell. It doesn't matter what cell you put him in, but basically just put him in the third cell. That's it. And that'll complete that event, whistleblowers. Some of these events you have to complete, like that one, I think you have to complete it because it gets you a police cap and you need that one to complete some instincts. So once you've got a police cap, we're now going to do some very annoying instincts. So find a policeman and you want to get a policeman to handcuff you. To handcuff you, just when the policeman is nearby, go and headbutt somebody and they'll lob handcuffs at you. You need to do that 3 times. So get handcuffed 3 times to complete a instinct. I think I've already completed it, if I'm honest. Because I did get handcuffed outside the Lux shop earlier. So yeah, you see he lobbed handcuffs at me and he'll come and grab you. But this one, she kind of glitched up a little bit. I think she got her feet stuck in the plants. But once been handcuffed, you then need to get them to handcuff a colleague. But you can actually get them to handcuff themselves. The way you do that is when they throw handcuffs at you, you need to move out of the way to dodge it. The handcuffs will then be on the floor. And then you just lick a police officer and drag them into the handcuffs. And they'll handcuff themselves and that'll complete another instinct. And as you just saw, I just completed that instinct for getting caught by a policeman 3 times. So now I'm going to get them to lob handcuffs again. But now I'm going to evade it. Probably want to do a better job than that. So I'm going to have to try again. So yeah, you just evade the handcuffs. And then lick a policeman, drag them into the handcuffs themselves. And you'll complete another instinct. For making a policeman handcuff their colleague. Like I say, you get them to handcuff themselves. It works. Right, so let's try this one. When it comes to making other people spawn, by the way, you can just like dash away to make them like spawn out and then come back in, and it normally makes some new NPCs spawn. Or kind of dash away from the police station and dash back, and there's normally always somebody spawning from a door to a police station. So he says handcuffs. I'm just going to drag him into them now. I don't know why handcuffs are so big. And idiot, he ran into the handcuffs himself and complete that instinct for me. And now we're going to trigger a fire engine. And this one is quite awkward to do. So you can do this in a few spots. There are some better spots to spawn the fire engine. But I like this spot because there's always kind of policemen nearby. Some of the other spots which are easy to spawn the fire engine, it's harder to get policemen. This is why we're doing it here. So you want to just destroy the garage by just headbutting everything to turn it on fire. And the fire engine, they should spawn. If they don't spawn, just keep burning yourself and then attacking the shop and stuff, guys. Burning everything. I'm not entirely sure what triggers the fire engines. I think it might be you need to have like so many fires burning at once, or maybe they work on a timer or something else, or they can probably be a bit glitchy as well. So I think there might be a possibility that if a emergency service vehicle is spawned, like for example in an ambulance, then another one can't spawn. Or if a police car is spawned, then an ambulance can't spawn, or a fire engine for example. But I'm not entirely sure on that. I'm just saying that because I've not had them all spawn at once before, and when I have seen an ambulance, then I've not been able to spawn a fire engine. But that could just be coincidence. So yeah, just keep doing this. And if you are having trouble and the fire engine it's not spawning, like I said, they might have glitched up. If it happens, just quit the title screen and reload to obviously reset the petrol station, guys, and do it all again. Sometimes I can do this and the fire engine spawns really quick. Sometimes it takes me a while to do. But I have seen the fire engines, I've seen them glitch through the floor before. I've seen all sorts of stuff. So it's possible the fire engine is spawning, it's just kind of glitched and you can't see it. Yeah, I've seen one spawn before and I was like, finally a fire engine, and then as I ran up to it, it glitched through the floor. So yeah, doesn't look like any spawning. So I am going to quit the title screen in a moment. I did actually spend quite a lot of time messing about this on this recording. I mean, I have to edit out my failed attempts. But I have done this very, very easily in the past and very quick. Just sometimes it all goes completely wrong. And it just won't spawn. But like I say, I like this spot because there's loads of police officers nearby. There is a spot, the southwest petrol station, you know, where we got the dinosaur to poop on us, and we got a trophy, that nasty one. If you destroy the pumps there, it spawns a fire engine almost straight away, but it's harder to find police officers near that garage. It's a bit easier here because obviously it's a populated city, and there's just loads of NPCs nearby that can possibly spawn. So I'll quit the title screen, guys, just to reset it all, and now I'm going to try again. So now I'm going to destroy it all again. Hopefully I have better luck this time. I mean, I do anyway, I know. So smash all the gas pumps. There's oil barrels around the back as well. And it will allow you to make a trail of fire everywhere. Yep, just carry the oil over to the pumps, guys, and then it will light. Like so. And then, like I say, just keep going in that shop and lobbing fireballs everywhere. Normally works quite well. And this is where policemen can spawn. So if you come to the door, a policeman normally spawns when you come over to the store from far away. But when the fire engine does spawn, you've got to be careful, because if you go too far away from the fire engine, it might despawn. Yeah, the fire engine might despawn. So when the fire engine does spawn, try not to go too far away, guys. You can move away a little bit to try and make NPCs spawn elsewhere. Just try to make sure you do not make the fire engine be too far away from you. So you do not want that to despawn, especially when it takes so long to get it to spawn in the first place. But I think the most annoying thing, it's not necessarily getting the fire engine to spawn, it's making the instincts count. There's one instinct for getting a fire engine, getting a firefighter to extinguish a burning police officer, and you'll complete the instinct, you'll complete the action, but the instinct will not complete, and it's really annoying when that happens. I mean, sometimes I've done it like 5 times in a row, like a different policeman, and it just will not complete that instinct. So here it is. Here's the fire engine. There's quite a few things we need to do here, because you want to try and do all these instincts at once. So I was quite lucky then, it worked. But yeah, you want to make sure you've got a burning officer. You want to drag him in front of the firefighters, and then once the firefighter puts out the burning officer, that completes instinct. You also want to equip the fashionista back piece and decorate the fireman, and also decorate a police officer for 2 other instincts. So a firefighter must put out a burning officer, And you must also decorate a policeman and also decorate a firefighter, the fashionista. You also want to drive the fire engine. That complete another instinct. So 4 instincts you want to be doing when the firefighters spawn, guys. And that's it for the time being. Yeah. So once you get them out of the way, like I say, that's probably the worst instincts in the game. Yeah. The one where you have to balance the 5 items on the post in the dam is really not that bad compared to that one. So come over to the police station next and clip through the gate to the right of it. You get a trinket. Grab the background checker headpiece from inside that hidden room. Come around the back here, guys, grab the trinket. Yeah, sorry, I was going quite quick there. So yeah, I clipped through the metal bars near the side of the police station, got a trinket behind him, got a background checker headpiece, follow the tunnels to the right and then immediate left. Took me to another trinket. I come to the car park at the back of the police station, got in a police car. Now I'm going to drive over to the Mission Possible Museum to the north. Then from that museum go east and there'll be another ramp. Go up the ramp. Once done that, you want to come over here and grab this item next. This is the Banksy. We need this for its instinct later. So grab that Banksy piece of equipment near that scaffolding and that walkway. Once got that, come over here to this big blue hat, where there's currently a election in progress. You want to go over to the booth, which is empty, the altar, and it will trigger the event. Run for president, win the election. Then what you want to do, equip the demon face headpiece and just hold everybody around the blue tent like this. It'll keep sucking them in and you'll get more and more votes. And once it's sucked in about six NPCs, I think it is, you'll win the election and unlock the top hat. Or sorry, tower hat. Now once you've unlocked the tower hat, you want to equip it, and then once equipped, you just want to keep licking things and pressing R1, guys, put them on your head. You need to have 25 things balancing on your head at once to complete a instinct, and this is the only hat you can do it with. So tower hat, it unlocks for completing this event. So just keep licking everything. People don't work, unfortunately. Yeah, you can't put any people on your head. I've not tried goats or bananas. Just go around licking loads of objects and then pressing R1. So you lick it, press R1. Lick something else, press R1. Lick something else, press R1. Just keep doing it, guys, until the instinct completes in the top right corner. There you go. Wear 25 items as a hat. Once done so, just press touchpad and that will automatically make everything fall down. Now we're going to go over to the top of the stage. There'll be a trinket right in the middle on the top roof. Next up, come north to this big crane in the container yard. Interact with the crane and then keep swinging the beam to left and right. Keep like jerking it and it'll make all the workers fall off. I don't know what they're there for in the first place. Serves them right, really. But yeah, just keep wiggling it from left and right until they all fall off. That's it. Time for the next shift. And once complete that one, shift switch. You need to come over to this container next to the north and complete the under pressure event. All you need to do for this one is drag 3 NPCs around the container and until you get to the side of it. So there's already 1 on it. So drag 1 on the other side and 2 on this side. Then there'll be a brief scene. They'll just launch it into the air. Yeah, I think that container's filled with helium or something. It must be. And then once you've done that one, we're now going to do the ramps in this area. Grab some trinkets and then go into the club. The ramp is near the crane. You want to get a car from the main road outside. Not a van, you want to get a car, and it wants to be a low car as well. Because we're going to go through a warehouse, and if a car's too high, it'll kind of get stuck on the roof. So make sure it's just a normal vehicle, guys. Yeah, like this. Or was it? Yes, it was. I think I didn't see that one. I think I went straight past it and didn't see it. But some will spawn in this car park eventually. So once in a vehicle, just a normal vehicle with nothing on the top. Come to this ramp. So that's one of the ramps in this area. Once you land in the container yard, you're going to drive down to the lower part, then go right through this warehouse, and there'll be a ramp on the far side of it. That's another one. Try not to go all the way over. Just try to go up to the top slowly so you can reverse back down like so. If you do if you do drive off the top by mistake, just go and get another vehicle. And somehow I've wedged myself between this concrete bollard and the railing. You can make vehicles move by just headbutting them, guys. Right, so the last ramp in this area is to the north, right at the end of the dock. There it is. So once in that ramp, that's all the ramps in downtown completed. We're going to get straight out of the vehicle and come underneath the walkway where the ramp was, and there'll be a trinket at the end of it. Once got a trinket, go back on to the top ledge, the ground above. Come over to this stack of containers, and these lower ones, they'll be open, and there'll be crates in one of them, and there'll be a trinket at the very back. Grab the trinket at the back of that container. Can be quite awkward getting past them pallets, and then come across to the other side to the west. And this grey container, you can kind of just sneak in the left side of it. Grab the trinket inside, that's below the pointy food yellow container. Come south slightly to these orange pipes overhead. There'll be a trinket on the top. Once you've got that trinket, come over here to these containers in the southwest corner of the same yard. Grab a trinket on that wooden walkway. Then go to the east side of the same stack of containers, and there'll be a lump of dirt at the bottom, blocking a container doorway. Go into that same container which is partially blocked, and there'll be a trinket inside it. That's all the trinkets in this yard. Now we're going to come over to this Club Mohair container on the top of the same stack almost. You want to equip the suit up fur. Is it fur or is it body? But yes, equip the suit up outfit. Stand near the container door and it will open. Then head inside the club. Now it's like a little maze here, just follow my lead. Yeah, make way to the first X, go right past it, go through that container pipe, then ignore the first right, carry straight on, dodge past the pink bowling ball, guys, and there's your first trinket. You might want to slow down this area, probably. I've gone a bit too fast. I can't even tell where I'm going. So go back trinket, and carrying forward a bit more. You always need to go right past the white X's, by the way. Yeah, go right past the white X. Once you get to the maze with the garden hedge, carry on through near the next white X, or go right till you get to polka dots, then take a path to the right. You'll get a second trinket. Once you get a second trinket, through the fence and behind all the crates, all the boxes, go back through where the polka dot is, go through a concrete pipe, and continue on, guys. And once you reach a club, you'll get a trophy, Club Mohair. And then the final trinket in this area is on top of that disco ball. Well, final trinket in Club Mohair. We still need one more for downtown, but we're going to get that one later. So it should be on 28 of 29 in downtown. Next up, we're going to warp to the Goat Tower to the northeast in Gothenburg. And then that's going to be it for part 4, guys. Got quite a bit done there. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on part 5 tomorrow.